So was it just me, or did everyone forget that the stock market is open this week? So the entire week so far to the start of April has been extremely slow. I took some decent trades from Monday to Wednesday, and then I'm ending the day with a small red today. There was just not a lot of follow through, and a lot of these breakout moves happen in the morning, and then they just dump midday, and there was just no follow through whatsoever. So let's go over some of the trades I did on XL and SOS on the breakout, as well as some trades I took today that put me red on the day. So XL, yesterday I was trading on the long side. This is part of the electric vehicle sector. And you can see at the morning, very strong breakout. Once above this $9 key level on the daily chart, this thing just squeezed. Very, very strong volume. You can see this is like a couple million volume bars per 2 minutes. So I took a couple of separate trades. They're all on the long side. The first long, I only had starter. I didn't have full size whatsoever. I was long from about 910, 920s, sold into the pushes to a breakout around 960s and 980s. And I did want to look for the pullback to re-long again. And I missed this pullback here, but once you can see this thing hit 1040s, pulled back towards the 980s area. That's why I started in with a long first. Starter size, I always try to start out small and only add into a winner. So once I see that levels holding, $10 started holding, you can see once my starter started to work, I added to full size around $10 and then 1020s, and I was selling into the 1050s move. I left a lot of my long position on because this thing was so strong in the morning. I was thinking that okay, if it stays really strong, this thing could potentially go to $11 and $12. So I was looking for actual follow through on the long side, but unfortunately it just didn't happen. And this is what I mean by there's not a lot of follow through so far this week. You can see XL spike to 1070. I took some small profit on 1050, but after that spike, it just dropped really hard. I remember it was like a rug pull, like as if somebody pulled the bids from 1017 down to 1020s, and literally just could not bounce. So this is where I stopped out. The rest of my long positions, I did try to long it again around 970 starter, didn't work, so I stopped out everything. So unfortunately, is this one, what I was positioned to be like a pretty decent trade on the long side for a big winner. But it just didn't work, so I ended up with a small win instead. To be honest, very disappointed with this action on XL. Like I said, it was so strong, there was just no follow through, and it just broke down all day after that. After the 1020s breakdown around 1030, this thing just couldn't even bounce back to VWAP at all. And that's the reason I never revisited the stock when it stayed so weak. Couldn't even reclaim VWAP or reversal on the long side, just didn't happen. So stayed in a downtrend the entire day. So that was very disappointing. I was looking forward to more long plays, just didn't happen. And this just shows that the market is always right. It doesn't matter what you think the stock is going to do. It really could turn at any given point. And XL is not a small cap, one of these little low float penny stocks. So I was very surprised by this action. This is a 1.5, 1.8 billion market cap company in the electric vehicle space. So, I really did think it was going to have more follow through, but the fact that it didn't, it just proves me wrong. The market is always right. Now, the next stock I traded yesterday was on the short side. This one was a pretty decent winner. SOS, I was, more short biased. If you, kind of did some research of the reason why it gapped up, if you even did a 10-minute research, I think you know why. It was more of a short than a long. Not saying there's no long play, but when the stock, gapped up from 450 at the previous day close to $6 overnight, And and then when it's like a daily chart that's in a downtrend and very retail crowded, and that's why I'm more short biased on this. You can see at the morning, the $6 held up as some very key resistance. Even though it did break out to 630s pre-market, it quickly dropped below sixes and just stayed weak. And at the open, it flushed. So I started scaling in shorts around $6, added here $6, and re-added once the stock starts working to the downside. Once it starts dropping, I did cover some small around like 570s. So that was really quick, 30 cents. And then I waited for the bounce to re-short around 570s and covered most of it around 550s and down here 530s and 525 down here. And I was all out. So this one I did not revisit, not like XL on the long side. This one I just kind of left it alone, and that was a good call because after I covered everything, that was pretty much the low of the day, and the stock reversed. You can see back to the upside. So, but whether you're long or short bias, there's a play here. As long as you're patient and following your setups and not chasing chat room alerts at 605 when you are looking to make 620s and the downside is all the way to 570s. That risk reward just doesn't make sense. And you can see this same levels around the $6, rejected once and twice again. So those were the trades yesterday, end of the day with small green. This whole week has been like small greens. And then today I'm ending the day with a small red. So let's talk about my losers today. So the first ticker I traded today was RICE, RICE. And this one, I will say, I tried both the short. I made some money early on, gave it all back on the short side, and I lost money on some of the long side. It just didn't work. So this is really the ticker that ended me small red on the day. So RICE, I didn't really look at it until, it was around 13.50s and $14. It was up from some acquisition deal, but this was a SPAC before. And those who know me knows that I hate trading SPACs. But just because the price action is very difficult to trade. And so knowing that, and given that today was pretty slow, I did size down. So that kind of helped me out a little bit, but still red on the day, it doesn't matter. So I started a small short, pre-market, just testing out what it's gonna do. There was a tiny scalp, but I really didn't start shorting this until this thing failed to hold a breakout and break down VWAP. And when it started bouncing to this 14 and reject, that's why I started in short 14. So I had a pretty decent entry. And I was trying to add on these like small little pops because it did look really weak. And you can see every time I try to reclaim the 1380s and 14s, it just keeps on failing. But, I was out most of it around here, 1320s. I was looking for a breakdown of $13 to add and potentially get like an all-day fade kind of thing. But that's not working in this kind of market. Very choppy, especially given that it was a SPAC. I got stopped out of my entire short here around the 1410s. I got stopped out, gave back a lot of profit on the short side, and then I proceed to getting chopped out over here and here. I'm not really happy about this trade, even though the losses were small and I was trading smaller size. It was very difficult to read. At some point, it did look really strong, and then it'll break out and kind of like hang up there around there a little bit and just kind of drop. They were kind of trapping both longs and shorts. Difficult to trade. So this was my loser on the day on both the long side and the short side. Now, next stock is Mara on the long side. I was very disappointed by this trade because I had a pretty decent entry. Even though it was small size, short to start, I should have left my starter work a little bit longer. I was, a little bit impatient seeing that we are in a slow market. I didn't want to get stuck because later on it got stuck in RICE. So you know what I mean. I did have a long entry, pretty decent entry around like 49.80s. I was looking for the breakout on the daily towards $52, which it hit, but it doesn't matter because I stopped out, way too early around here. Seeing that there was some weakness, we're not seeing follow through. And given the theme of the week especially yesterday on XL, and then later on, today with the other stocks, a lot of the breakouts are not sustaining its move. So that's why I was thinking, okay, it might just be another fake out. So I stopped out of my starter long position around like 49.70s. It was a small loss. But what's very frustrating is after I stopped out, listing reclaimed VWAP and went from 49.80s to 50s, 51s, and then 52. So it's just not my day. What I didn't chase, I'm happy that I didn't chase. I did go back and just still didn't work. On starter size, it was okay, but I was just a little bit frustrated today because not a lot of follow through. So today, I think it's just one of those days you could just kind of sit back, relax, and not get trapped, which I did today. So that's unfortunate, but a small loss. It's gonna be my first red day of the month, and it's okay. I'm waiting for the market to come back and to size back in a little bit. But for now, I want to make sure if I lose, I keep it very small, just because there's not as many good opportunities in the market today. Okay, so it's time for our Q&As. So Moeth K12 is asking, you chose your daily trading stocks based on what? So basically, how do I make my daily watch list? Oh, funny you're asking because I actually made 2 videos on how I pick my stocks to trade, how I create my watch list, and how I plan for those trades. So, definitely check that out. I could give you some quick run through right now, but it's explained in detail in those 2 videos. And the second question is from Lisa. So, hi Shay, thanks for all your great videos. So she is basically asking for a video on the stock market vocabulary. So I have actually made a video specifically for the day trading lingos, the vocabulary for day trading. So check that out. I'll link it below as well. Specifically for trading though, the stock market lingos, I'm sure you can find that on YouTube as well. But for the day trading ones, I made a video on that. All of these videos, such as day trading lingos, how to plan your trades, how I find my stocks to trade, how I set up my scanners, how I set up my platform, indicators, everything like that, all the most commonly asked questions, I have made a video on that on YouTube. So it's very easy to just go to my YouTube channel and search the keyword and you will find it. Those videos will answer those questions in depth and you can really learn a lot from them rather than just me repeating the same answer here in 30 seconds. But yeah, check them out. I'll link all of those videos below. If you have any more questions that's not answered in my YouTube videos or I haven't made a YouTube topic on it, feel free to ask in the comment section below. It's been a slow week. Make sure to stay safe, size down, and be patient until our market comes back. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the bad jokes. If you want to see more day trading content, make sure to subscribe and follow me on Twitter and Instagram for more. If you'd like to trade with me daily and get my free weekend watch list and trading journal, make sure to check out the links below for more resources. Stay green, stay positive, and I'll see you guys next time.